Hey, so what's going on, guys? Back here with Driven Tech Reviews, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, we got a new addition to the garage. Actually, I had this car for approximately about 3 months already. I have definitely done some stuff to it. So this is the 1996 Proton Iswara Aeroback. So let's get right to it. Alright guys, so right here I have my 1996 Saga Iswara Aeroback. So definitely this car has seen better days. Looking at the condition it is right now, but of course I've already done some stuff to it, which I'll be showing you guys later on and giving you guys a detailed look. But anyway, this is just the external look. So I did save this car from the scrap yard because it's supposed to be scrapped because of how bad the condition was, the engine, the body, the interior, everything. A lot of things were broken. It's a pretty sad state. So the reason why I saved this is because it's only 64,000 kilometers on the odometer and it is a manual. So this is a 1.3 12 valve manual. So you can see right there. So yeah, it's been a while since I actually had a manual car. So this will be my manual car for now. I do miss my Zafiro, which I had like for the past 1 to 2 years. But yeah, it's not with me now. So this is my replacement. And of course, this will be a restore mod project because I'll be restoring back to factory specs. Of course, now itself, the paint looks really sad. And I've actually done most of the thing cosmetically. And the only thing that's left will be the paint work. Okay, so let me show you guys what I've done with this car. What you can see here, I actually did replace the signal lamp because the signal lamp was broken. So that's one thing on the outside. And yeah, you can see right here, I did realign the headlamps because the headlamp was kind of cracked on the inside. So I actually did back, make sure everything was, fitment was done well. The grille, so you can see the grille now is super solid and firm. And of course, some basic seals. I did back the seals for the windows because actually this car was leaking as well. So I added this cover for the rear window just to make it look kind of retro. I couldn't get the original one, but yeah, this is the one from Shopee. Yeah, makeshift one which I'm temporarily just going to put here. Okay, so coming to the engine part, which is most concerning for me is always the mechanical part. So this engine has been fully serviced. All gaskets, oil seals, whatever, serviced, fluids, everything has been done. So the engine is really, really healthy. Of course, the carburetor does have some auto choke issues, which I'll be addressing later on. So yeah, everything else is pretty clean, I would say. I did an engine wash as well, so you can see it's, I would say, pretty brand new for the age. Radiator also, I did flush it because it had some rust water. Of course, then I did run into an issue with the coolant pipe bursting. So I did actually replace the coolant, replace the pipe myself. So I did kind of a lot of things actually myself to save on costs, because you know, anything that you send to the workshop and you let other people do it, it's going to be adding on to the cost of actually rebuilding this car. So you can see right here, aircon works well. The aircon, I believe, is from Awira, also from another model. So this is actually the 4G13P. Let me show you guys. Nobody you guys can see, but it's 4G13P. So it's a Mitsubishi engine with a Mitsubishi gearbox. Of course, it's a carbureted. So it's pretty much mechanical, to say the least. And yeah, it's nothing to do with like ECUs and stuff. So I think that's pretty good. It's a good learning tool for me to actually learn how the engine works, and of course how to tune it and stuff like that. So yeah, you can see no rust at all on the hood, on the engine bay. Everything is like really nice condition. I mean, like, it is so heartsick to actually like scrap a car like this. So I'm glad it's actually with me now, and it's in really, really workable condition. Really, really good condition. You can see the inside. I'll just zoom in for you. The power steering, everything is not leaking, so everything is like perfectly fine. We do have a strut bar, adjustable strut bar, you can see right here. So this strut bar is kind of questionable, to be honest, but yeah, it's there. So yeah, I'll be doing probably an open port here later on when I do have more budget for like mods and stuff. We'll try to do a bit more tasteful mods to this car. Of course, exterior wise, I'll be keeping mostly stock. For the engine, I'll try to do a bit here and there. Yeah, just to make it look a bit more fancy. Okay guys, so in terms of the boot, this actually had to be held up by like a stick or something, but then I got this replaced. I got this from Shopee. So I'll leave some of the links in the description if you're interested to pick these up. If you do want to rebuild or something like that, do some maintenance work on your Saga Iswara. of course the Aeroback version, because this is the hatchback version. I'll leave the link in the description. You see, I do have some absorbers for this car as well, which I'll be installing later today. I'll be bringing you guys to show you guys the install. You can see these are APM absorbers, which are like the basic stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing like original absorbers on this because I don't plan to lower it yet. Okay, so definitely I have to zoom out a bit here for this one because it's pretty tight in here. So I'm actually using the 16 Pro Max to actually record this whole video. So I'll be trying out the studio quality mic. So let me know how it sounds like in the comments below. But anyway, let's get back to the car. So this car, of course, 4 doors as usual with these manual windows. And of course, I have issues. So the rear one here, this whole rear door actually was like leaking when I actually went for a pressure wash to actually clean up this car the first time I took it. So this window has been actually leaking. Actually, basically this door has been leaking for quite a bit. So there was like legit disgusting mold everywhere, all over the dash, the door panels. Everything was a bit of a mess, to be honest. So I had to actually come back and actually clean up, scrub all the door panels. You can see right now they are not the best, but of course I'll be sending it for detailing later on. But for now, I think it is really usable. Especially I do fetch my son in this, so I definitely want to make sure the air is clean. So I did do some basic cleaning to the door panels, everything on the rear as well, the seats. So they are, I mean, the seats are pretty okay. They're not torn or whatsoever. Yeah, you can see important is this manual 5-speed. So this also had issue when the day I brought it back, it wouldn't shift into the gates properly. So it would like just shake around. So actually it was the bush for the gear shift, which was usual thing to get like spoiled, because I had the same issue on the Zafiro as well when I took it over. That one had its own share of issues. This one, hopefully the gearbox lasts me a while. So the aircon works well. I did do some basic servicing with the filters, and then of course check the gas and stuff like that, and of course rewire the back of this dashboard because the secret lighter port wasn't working. And why I needed a secret lighter port was because I was actually sent this Apple CarPlay unit, Android Auto, and also dash cam contraption right here. So this was actually sent to me by the guys at Seicane, if that's how you pronounce that. So this actually added a lot of ease of use to this car. So I do have a rear cam right there, and also we do have a front cam right here. So it actually, I would say, keeps me safer because I do like to have like extra pair of eyes on the road. You can see the meter right here. You can see the odometer is now 65,000. I've used it quite a bit. I've used this every day actually to work, just to make sure everything was in perfect condition. The tin is almost non-existent, I would say, in this case, because the front is like absolutely no tin. I'm like baking myself out in here, even right now doing this video. So you can see the roof lining, I would say for this age is normal. I would say I've seen worse cars than this. Best part about this is the steering. It's original steering. You can see the condition of the steering is actually pretty good compared to my Volkswagen. This has actually held up even better than many of the cars which I've driven. So yeah, it's a really nice thing that they still have the original steering. And of course everything here, all manual, everything works. In fact, this thing doesn't have any issues. A lot of Sagas, in fact, like my uncle had a Saga as well. This thing will just keep on popping up, but this is pretty good. I like that. In terms of the dashboard, you can see, of course, some warping here because of the heat. In terms of the dashboard, it's really mint. You can see it's all soft touch. Back in the days, I mean, the Japanese just really perfected it. Of course, this is a rebadged, I would say slightly redesigned Mitsubishi. So I'm not sure which Mitsubishi version is this, but it's definitely some Mitsubishi roots in here. Okay, so coming back to the windows, actually the doors had issues, so I actually removed every door cut in this car and actually did the internals back, all the wiring, the cabling, everything. Some of the cables were like snapped, so I actually had to redo the cables, rewind the cables. Of course, the most important ones are these door locks right here. They were all like missing in terms of the base. Yeah, so I actually did replace all of them, so they actually look now pretty good. So I would say not a bad job, considering that I didn't really spend that much on this car, considering that I do own 3 Volkswagens in fact, and yeah, those cost way more. So the absorbers cost about 260, 270 ringgit, of course, before installation. which I can't even buy one sensor on my Sirocco. So yeah, it's pretty affordable to actually get this thing done. In the end, once I've done the build, I've done the respray, everything, I would definitely be doing one more thing, which is full detailing on this car. Another thing is that the car is actually missing a carpet, so I'll be doing that back. So we do still have a kind of fair bit things to do, which I'll be showing you guys in the upcoming video. But anyways, today is actually another update on this car, which is we'll be installing the suspension, the absorbers, which I showed you just now on this car. So yeah, this car is kind of floaty right now, and it's very hard to predict, especially when you're driving around corners. Not even fast. I mean, it's like they're probably like 40, 50. You can feel like the car just doesn't want to comply to those corners. But anyways, we're going to be fixing it today with some brand new absorbers. Of course, I did get the top mount, I did get the boot, the dust cover, everything. So it's going to be pretty spanking brand new in terms of suspension division. Other than that, this car will definitely go through a transformation in the months to come. I do prepare to finish this car in probably about 3 to 4 months time, get everything resprayed and all the interior done. Basically everything else, this car is not leaking anymore, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we still do have a kind of fair bit of work on this car. But anyways, let's head over to Westlake in Sri Muda, and then they're going to be actually hopefully collaborating with me on this build, because I did have Dazzle to actually work on this car for me as well, and of course Seicane is sponsoring this dash cam right here. So yeah, big thanks to them for actually being part of this build for the Saga Iswara Aeroback. Guys, we're at Westlake now in Sri Muda. They're working on the Saga, taking out the tires, and then we'll be changing the absorbers. Alright guys, so they have found that the wheel bearing is kind of damaged. So they are waiting on the replacement for the wheel bearing, and then we will commence the installation of the struts. So meanwhile, while waiting for the bearing, they're going to be working on the rear strut itself. Removing the strut and then removing the spring from the cup. So just finished fixing the absorbers for front and rear. Now they are doing the alignment for the front. Since the rear is a torsion bar, it doesn't require alignment. So then we should be done with the install for today. Okay guys, so we are finally done with the car, and you can check them out at Sri Muda. So just opposite Giant. So yeah, they did a really good job with the suspension. You can see. Now at least I think the ride will be so much better because the rear absorber was basically dead. Okay guys, so I've been actually driving this car for the past half hour, about 30 minutes, and honestly the ride has been much improved. Of course, it still handles like a boat just because of the tire profile, so definitely I do have to get that fixed later on, but I will probably do the rims last once I've done all the body work, and probably maybe a body kit, because I'm thinking of going for a R3 concept, but of course keeping it mostly original, so maybe just the front lip, just to give it a nice stance. Alright guys, so this concludes this video. There will definitely be more stuff coming for this car because I'm not done yet. I still have a couple of more things to do for this car. Alright, so thanks for watching. Do subscribe to this channel and like this video, and also follow me for more content just like this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.